Darren go, but I have a feeling Darren's going to want to talk about Alex Jones with us.
Sure.
I put you on the spot now. You kind of got to say that.
Hey, we're turning the frogs gay, man. Come on.
Oh, that's old hat, man. Alex Jones now. We got a whole thing going on with this guy because Trump's no longer in office and Jones has a man crush on Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really funny because Alex Jones doesn't live in reality, as I think most of us know.
Yeah.
But to a point now that I find comical.
Yeah.
He starts off one of these shows this week, Wednesday, talking about how this impeachment hearing is a chance for Trump to take down the establishment.
Regardless, this is the trial of the president, and I think he should be there. I think he should testify, and this is really Trump's chance to turn the tide.
How many times in the last year since COVID hit and just wait for it, Trump's got something up his sleeve. He's going to come up with something that's so amazing.
Trust the plan.
Yep, and he goes on to say this.
Put Trump in there on the witness seat and let them attack him and lie about him. And all he's got to do is have a hit list of exhibits after they attack him that he puts on, and it will destroy them. Right out of a Perry Mason movie.
He thinks that the testimony before the Senate is going to destroy the Democrats?
Yeah. Good luck.
What's he talking about?
I listen to Thursday mornings, and he's had something that had me rolling my number 20.
Okay.
And it was the same basic thing, sort of, but...
Oh, I have this too.
Trump, if he gets off the defense, could be the president of the world, as Chris Ruddy of Newsmax said in a very important interview that's gone viral last night. And he says Trump can now be president of the world. That's actually a true statement. He has that level of leadership and that level of popularity if he'll just do it and grab the bull by the horns.
This is a guy who hates global government and the whole concept of it. He's like, Trump should be president of the world.
And
that is the problem.
And he wants it both ways. With everything that he talks about, he wants it both ways. He's been jerking off for 5 years with liberal tears. Everybody hates Trump, and he's jerking off. All the liberal media's against Trump. Everyone hates Trump. And then he turns around and goes, Trump is so popular, he could be president of the world. Trump left
because the
office
New World Order is dangerous unless you lead it.
Exactly. And he gets into shit like that. Yeah. Trump left office with 29% approval. Regardless of how you feel about him, you can't turn around and be like, he's so popular, he could just fucking rule the world and everybody be cool with it because everybody loves the guy. But you just, for the last 5 years, you've been saying everybody hates the guy. You want it both ways.
So I have an example of that, Crouch.
Please, yes.
On Wednesday's show, he talks about how defending Trump has not been good for his business.
So there's all these fools that go on and go, Jones is defending Trump because he makes money off of it. Yeah, if you think 50 Democrat lawsuits and getting deplatformed, your bank accounts taken and PayPal taken away and it's kicked off everything. Oh, man, it's wonderful. It's so good to stand up for Trump.
Okay, so now he admits that supporting Trump has actually been very bad for him to the point where there was an ad spot. I listened to Alex Jones many years ago. His ads used to be actually ads.
Yeah.
Like people would pay for time to promote their products, like an advertisement.
Mm-hmm.
This is literally a 60-second spot during the Alex Jones show in 2021. Tell me if you can tell me what's being advertised here. All right, listen closely.
Webster's dictionary has a very simple definition of terrorism. Other dictionaries have similar ones. Terrorism is the threat of force or actually carrying out force for a political or financial reason. It's basically scaring the hell out of people until you submit to them. And that's exactly what all this overblown COVID-19 garbage is. You see the headlines from CNN, ABC News. Doctors say it's worse than they ever thought. COVID more devastating than they could ever imagine. They told us that 2.5 million people would be dead just 8 months ago within 3 months. Okay? It's 250,000 if you count all of the people that died of other things. We're talking 96% had comorbidity. These are real numbers. These are real facts. This is the Chicken Little event where we all run in our houses, never come out, and are taught we're not essential, while the big box stores and Amazon take over the planet. Rebuke it. Stand up against it. This is slavery. It is not something you can put up with and survive.
Brought to you by Salesforce.com.
Yeah. Take my money.
I was thinking My Pillow, but I guess maybe not that either.
So, I think it's so funny. What Alex Jones decided was, I might forget to say that COVID is a hoax on this next episode.
Yeah.
I better pre-record a 60-second spot to remind people that COVID is a hoax. Just in case I don't bring that up.
Yeah.
In natural conversation.
And I got a piece of one of those, my number 18. It's the same thing, commercial break, but it's just a clip from the show that you were listening to.
The storm is here. It's a globalist storm. There's not going to be martial law for Trump. There's going to be martial law for the globalist. They're trying to set you up. Don't be involved in violence. Expose the New World Order and expose the takeover with information. That's how we beat these people, with truth.
Alex Jones, the bastion of truth. Now, here's the thing that was fascinating to me. So the Sandy Hook lawsuits went pretty poorly for Mr. Jones.
Right.
And he's on the hook for saying some pretty crazy shit. And now that a bunch of people stormed into the Capitol and broke some windows and killed some people, now he was there. He was there like chanting and doing the whole thing, but then yelling, all right, everybody stop, peace, everybody, no, peaceful, peaceful, peaceful. He's got a vested interest in these were brave patriots, but they were peaceful. But Antifa is the one that broke shit because they're jerks. But it was my number's 16.
That's why the globalists are trying to infiltrate all of our patriot organizations and provocateur them into violence so that they can short circuit our legitimate movement to point out that Joe Biden is a communist Chinese agent and is totally illegitimate. So this is a very, very dangerous time.
All right, good times.
He had a Boogaloo Boy on.
Yeah,
the guy
on Wednesday,
Mike Dunn.
right?
Yeah, I couldn't pull any clips from it, but yeah, apparently this guy was one of the Boogaloo Boys. Jones is on there yelling at him for them having, creating this violence. He's trying to pin it on anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
The fucking Proud Boys were doing it, and the Boogaloo Boys. It wasn't me, I swear to God.
Exactly, and it's all that because, again, he's scared he'll be on the hook for even more. He lost millions of dollars in this last thing. And this is my last thing on the piece, but this clip's all over the place, but it's number 17. New York Times calls him on the phone, and everyone else will be crapping bricks, not him.
I've got the Wall Street Journal, New York Times, all calling me for, asking me questions about it. And the answer is, I know nothing. People say, oh, Jones, you're running scared. No, I know nothing. People also said, oh, Jones, you must be really scared. You're calling for peace, and you're calling for everybody to not be violent. We need to overthrow this illegitimate government. And that's mainly informants and online globalists stirring that up and agitating that. But there are some real people out there that are actually pushing this, and you're idiots. I'm not the one crapping bricks. You're going to be the one crapping bricks. You carry out some type of violent stuff. You give the globalists whatever they want.
Oh, everyone I don't like is a globalist, including the people on my team.
Yeah.
If they do something I don't like. It's crazy.
He gave very specific instructions. If you're in a militia or if you're in one of these organizations, like a right-wing organization, and someone tries to convince you to do something violent, they work for the CIA. Yep. They're a CIA operative. Say no. Refute them because they're obviously infiltrated your group.
Yeah, the feds. And I talk to feds all the time. The feds come up to me and they tell me they have agents outside.
I like that he hasn't lost his sense of humor, though.
Yeah.
So I'm listening to Wednesday's show, and they're talking about, they played the clip of Fauci saying, wear 2 masks. It's probably even better, and whatever he's fucking saying. And so then they bring up that you could actually catch COVID from farting.
Oh.
And so for this reason, Fauci probably also has a butt plug.
Yeah, but Alex, he wears the butt plug not for reasons to stop COVID.
Well, Snopes should check that claim. InfoWars claims that Dr. Fauci has a butt plug the size of a fire hydrant to stop COVID. And if you don't put a giant butt plug in, I'm serious, you are helping spread COVID. So we need to now, China's coming with anal testing. Now it's going to be here. I'm not even joking.
That is true, by the way, that anal testing thing. They shoves it up your ass.
And, I mean, talk about wanting it both ways. He says all the time, this is a Christian show. This is a family show. Families listen to the show. And he drops F-bombs. He talks about butt plugs. He talks about pedophilia fucking 3 times an hour. It's pretty wild.
He does. He does like talking about that. So one of the things I love about Alex Jones is that, and I compare this to like Scientology. Mm-hmm. If you remember the South Park episode that finally broke down Xenu and all the ridiculous horse shit.
Yeah.
That you only learn about when you're 10, 12 years into Scientology and you've already dedicated hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yep.
And at that point, you're so invested, you're like, sure, Xenu's a thing. But if you hear about it without all of that grooming or whatever you want to call it
sounds
programming,
crazy.
It sounds fucking crazy. what happens with Alex Jones is if you're a new listener and you're just tuning in, he's already gotten to fucking Crazy Town.
Oh, yeah.
So you just listen, you're like, wait, what the fuck just happened here? Listen to who runs the world. This even for me, I was like, oh, wow, okay.
I'm talking about the globalist. And the idea that we want to be them when they want to be us and want to run our lives and put their DNA of dead aborted kids into us. And they're just psychotic, ultra-rich heirs of the Nazis, German royalty and Transylvanian royalty. The House of Dracula actually runs it all. And it's just like...
Did you know that Dracula runs the world?
You know, that actually explains a lot.
Does it?
Now that he brings that up, that's making sense to me.
Is that why we have curfews in effect so that Dracula can go out and do whatever the fuck he wants?
That's exactly, yep.
Right, that's why this whole thing's nocturnal. Why don't you want the truth to come out, Carl? Come on.
That's what I love about Alex Jones, because every now and again, he tries to explain things in a way that seems possible and plausible. And then he just fucking loses it and just goes for this is great. He talks about how far back this actually goes, this New World Order and all this stuff. And he's talking about the Jacobins. And I didn't realize how far back this actually went.
Books and articles out in New Yorker magazine and things about the Jacobin Revolution is here. We are Jacobins. Remember, nobody told you about Jacobins but me and Lord Monckton, because he's a historian. And I'm not bragging. I'm saying if you don't know who you're up against, you don't have any hope. This is a 4,000-year-old Egyptian death cult secret society. Okay, that's where all this crap comes from.
No shit.
It started 4,000 years ago in Egypt.
Yeah. And it's so secret that no one but him has heard of it.
But then he goes on to say that the rappers all wear Egyptian stuff because of it.
Oh, yeah.
So Jay-Z knows about this shit, but you don't.
Well, the last Beyonce video's proof. Just look at it, Carl. All the signs are there. Signs and symbols around the world. His show is really boring these days. There's hours-long stretches where sometimes he's not there, sometimes he's interviewing people. He sounds hungover. He's eating half the time. His mouth is full. Like, the show is like, even for Alex Jones level. But then every week or two, he will lose his shit. And they'll chop it up, and they make it into those 60-second bumpers. They push the videos online and all this kind of shit. So he freaked out about 2 weeks ago, and they've been pushing this video out for weeks, and I love every second of it. Number 13.
All right.
So I've done the best job I can, and I'm not bitching at the crew or you or anybody. I'm just saying it's hard for me to get up here and do a normal show when we have a group of corporate criminals literally gang raping us.
Literally.
Which might explain the quality of the show. It's tough to do a broadcast when you're being literally gang raped by corporate criminals. I mean, I get it. Who hasn't been there? I understand.
Would be uncomfortable.
Yeah. And then he keeps going. 14.
But they're going to shut your power off. They want you starving in the street. They want to rape your wife. They're Bolsheviks. They're Jacobins. It's all over, man. All over.
So, I mean, he's taking it well,
He's optimistic.
Yeah.
Things might turn around.
And then he has a prediction for the common man. Like, this is what could happen to you if you don't care. You know what I mean? Like, this is, if
you better pay attention or else this is a consequence.
You're going to be just like a baby at 6 months being chopped up in its mother's womb. You're not a human. You're not essential. You're dead. They're going to kill you because you don't care.
I mean, it's hard to argue with that.
We've been listening to sales pitches this entire episode so far. It really is incredible.
And I prefer Alex Jones. I prefer that pitch. I mean, it's more entertaining. And I don't know. I was going to say he's more insane, but he may be less insane than the women on the podcast.
Honestly, he makes sense to me. When I listen to Alex Jones, I'm like, all right, yeah, I get it.
He ain't saying over and over again. He's got a point to make.
It's true. Right. He's a broadcaster. Right.
And a motherfucker can sing. My number 19, he comes back from the break with some Metallica. He stomps on his own bumper twice, and this is the best shit I've ever heard.
One last breath.
Mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want to stop tyranny? Well, so does he. Live from the Infowars.com studios, it's Alex Jones.
One last breath. Better raise your ears. Lock up your wife and children now. Because now you've got some company. Horsemen are drawing nearer. They're coming. GMO food, 5G, deadly mRNA, gene therapy injections. They are coming. Take your life.
Now, he's using the alternate lyrics from the box set, which it changes a little bit at the end.
What I love about that is this guy nonstop. We have breaking news coming up. The most important news you're going to hear in your life coming up in the next hour, coming up soon. Oh, end of the show always is, I didn't get to the news I wanted to get to. Yeah. Meanwhile, he's singing along with fucking Metallica. Yeah. He's just fucking around.
And he'll spend a half hour summarizing science fiction movies. You know what I mean? Like, his whole thing is all science fiction, and then he reads headlines, and he never even gets what the article is about or who's in it or what. He reads the headline, he flips out, China's got anal testing, and then he yells about that and works it in every. He didn't even read the article to see what the fuck it is or how it works or why it's important or whatever. It doesn't even matter. China wants your asshole. China wants your asshole because they're Chi-Com agents, and Biden is going to come to your house and swab your children's butts.
I love that movie.
Just like Charlton Heston did.
Performance art.
Did you know that they have proof that Trump won the election?
Oh.
I bet you're excited to hear this.
I am, actually.
Here's some proof.
And if the crew wants to do this, they can do this. I was looking at Google search trends. Biden as a Google search trend was almost non-existent in the year 2020. Almost non-existent. Trump on the Google search trend is like number one. Oh, but Biden had the most votes ever. And then the other thing I noticed, Alex, 2 of the top 3 word associations with Biden on the search trend were pedophilia and dementia. So the world knows who this guy is.
Now, immediately after that, Alex Jones, I love how they fuck Google, you can't trust Google until it tells them things that they like. They're like, oh, look at what Google's saying. The New York Times even agrees with Google on this. Like, who cares about either of those things? So anyway.
And, I mean, that interpretation wouldn't pass a 4th grader sniff test. But yeah, go ahead.
Shit. So then, Alex Jones gets so excited about this news, especially the pedophilia part of it, that he has an orgasm.
So, I mean,
I agree. Owen, they did the close shot. Flip the page. I've got this OCD thing issue. I need this to happen. Oh, it's about to happen. Oh, they're actually
Alex,
showing
look
them.
At that. Joe Biden, pedophilia, number 3. How do you like that?
Family show.
The Family Show. I mean, I'm an adult and I don't want to hear this guy orgasming.
And I promise you, a half hour before that, he was quoting scripture. And, like, fucking it up and misinterpreting it and reading it from shit that's not in the Bible. But Jesus said, I will come unto you and swab your asshole. And then he gives a fake orgasm. He's like, but it's a family show. All right.
Speaking of not understanding how things work, he talks about, we use the word fight like we would if we were the coach of a sports team. Again, he's covering his ass.
Yeah.
He's like, I've said fight a few times, but you know what I mean.
Kill those Not literally. Not literally.
We're literally being gang raped, but don't literally fight them.
Yeah.
So this is just a fuck up that I know Alex Jones, born and raised in Texas, knows better than this.
But oh my gosh, is Jones going to get indicted? Because the night before the 6th event, he said, if you want to fight, you better believe you got one. That's like singing a baseball game. We're going to give him a fight at halftime.
At halftime in a baseball game.
Yeah.
What kind of speeches are coaches giving at halftime of a baseball game?
Well, the goalie of the baseball team usually does an inspiring speech.
Checkmate.
Yeah.
All right. I just thought that was funny because that's a mistake that no one's ever made.
Yeah, that's
That's literally, no one makes that mistake.
It's Belushi in Animal House, where the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor. That nobody cares. He's rolling.
He's on a roll.
Let him go.
Uh-huh.
All right. Let's talk about being on a roll. Remember, everything is both. Q is fake, but it's also real, but it's definitely fake, but it's also very real. And also buy some vitamins, number 21.
But see, that's the Q. Trust the plan. Operation Trust is everything that patriots magically believed that Trump was going to do, and all this great authoritarianism that wasn't going to be great, is actually turned around and put on us. So everything that you were told, reverse it, and it's the opposite. That's why the Q leader said, go home, it's over, none of this was real. Well, the child molesting, the world government, the cloning, the GMO, the deadly vaccines, all of it, the Great Reset, that's all real. It was just the fake dates and the mass arrest and the underground bases with millions of kids. That was all crap.
I've got some bad news. Our best-selling vitamin mineral fusion has sold out because people understand in these stressful times, it's now more important than ever.
And it goes on and on and on. You got to buy his vitamins to survive the fucking coming.
The only thing they got wrong was it was the wrong pizza place. It was actually the Pizza Hut down the street. That was the pizza place.
And, you know, the whole thing, look, Q is crazy bullshit. You believe Q, you're an idiot. That's complete nonsense, and it's a government psyop. The CIA's using Q to control you. But the Great Reset's real, and all the nanochips and the vaccines are real, and the pedophilia is real, and Joe Biden really is a lizard person with fucking shit under his skin. And blah, 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 blah. All right, hold on.
And the Hall & Oates man-eater that was actually in the clip.
Oh, yeah.
That's his bumper music. It's
Subliminal messaging there.
That's a good point. I would have put that together. I was just thinking it wasn't really capturing the mood that was going on, you know. Some yacht rock playing. But since you played a little ad copy there, I have pulled out my favorite ad copy of all time.
Yes, please.
And as you know, I have some experience in advertising.
I heard that about you.
So I know good ad copy when I hear it.
Now a limited supply is back in stock, 25% off at InfoWarsStore.com. Pollen Block, again, is available in this 1-minute ad. I don't have time to tell you all about it.
Look, I can go on and on about how great this product is, but who has the time?
Yeah.
Just buy it. Just go fucking buy it. I can't imagine how quickly I'd be fired if I brought that ad copy to the client. Yeah, I came up with something really good. We don't even have time to tell you how amazing this product is.
Yeah. This product's so great we could never summarize it in 60 fucking seconds. You can fit 3.5 paragraphs in this time. But I couldn't even tell you how good it is.
Press House Coffee. Who knows how good it is? Because I don't have time to tell you.
Yeah. Now, and Carl, I'm sure you're on top of this. You need a catchy name. When you got a good product, you need a catchy fucking name.
That's
Number
true.
22. One is Body's Ultimate Turmeric Formula that is a dried turmeric extract, 95% humanoid. People love it. That's selling out. But despite that, it's still discounted at InfoWarsStore.com. And then also selling out this week is our liquid turmeric extract. It's called Liquid Turmeric Extract.
Now that's some copy. That's some copy.
Liquid turmeric extract.
And what's it called? A liquid turmeric extract. Oh, great. Thanks. That actually does.
Works out well.
And if you need some food, you better stock the fuck up, man. My 23.
And as all these globalists do this, and as they hoard the food and as they prepare, you need to understand that you need 25-year food supply.
25 years! Imagine the fucking balls to be like, you need to buy from me 25 years worth of groceries. From me. You need to buy it from me because the globalists are going to shut off the food supply. Oh, okay, great. Yeah.
I go a week at a time. Can we just kind of like gradually get to 25 years? It's going to be like a month supply to start with or something? Like we're going to jump from a week to 25 years? That's a pretty big leap.
You got to have your own warehouse, right? How much food would you and your family eat in 25 years?
Dude, you don't have a bunker? Then why are you listening to the Alex Jones show?
Really?
What's wrong with you?
Oh, fucking A. Yeah, the ads are still my favorite part.
The ads are amazing. When I was listening to it this week, Crush, and by the way, I have to say, Alex Jones makes me depressed.
Yeah.
When I listen to his show, there's a lethargy that comes over me, and I just don't, I feel like all is lost.
Yeah.
I feel like there's no point of going on. So I had to turn it off, but when I was listening to his show this week, I was thinking, you know, typically I fast forward through commercials. I don't think anyone who listens to this show does that, but
of course.
Typically I'll like skip through commercials.
How else are they going to know I like grilled cheese? I mean,
right. It's just good content in our commercials.
Yeah.
But typically I'll skip through them. But I forgot. Oh, that's right. This is one of the most entertaining parts of his show.
Yeah.
And I actually look forward to the commercial break coming up because I got to learn that COVID is a hoax.
Yeah.
And that there's liquid extract. I don't even know what the fuck that was. I'm still confused. Cros, did you know that polls are all bullshit?
Is that true?
That is true.
Oh.
And Alex Jones is going to list a bunch of polls that I'm sure you've seen many times that actually aren't real.
They desperately don't want that because they know he's very popular. They know he won the election. They have all these fake polls, folks, saying, oh, everyone loves the lockdown. Real internal polls, 10% like it. Same thing in the UK. Oh, 75% like lockdowns. They do internal polls, 15% like it. And they now know with the tracking apps that are already on the phones, they're just now telling you about it, that upwards of 79% of people in the UK don't follow the rules because they know it's crap. So they use these polls. Oh, everybody loves pedophilia. Everybody loves men and women's sports.
Whoa.
Everybody loves open borders. Everybody loves cancer. Everybody loves being bankrupt. Everybody loves being poor. Everybody loves Joe Biden.
That was a good kicker. I got to give him that. Everyone loves cancer. That's as believable as people liking Joe Biden.
Wow.
Oh, it's kind of a funny joke.
I would like to be in on that phone survey, though.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Do you like cancer? Do you have positive feelings about cancer?
How do you feel about pedophilia?
Yeah. Yeah. I want more of that. I want more pedophilia in my cancer.
People are afraid to say that they're going to vote for Trump, but they are pro-pedophilia. That's fine. They'll throw that right out there.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to make a stand.
Yeah.
I've just never seen these polls. I wish I could relate to this, but I can't.
And did you notice that his counter for polls was polls? Those polls are bullshit because my poll says 76% of the people don't even follow the rules. Well, what are we talking about?
That's always with Alex Jones' shtick, though. Is he'll say, the Washington Post reported blah, 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 and then the next sentence is, and the Washington Post is lying to you because they said this. You're like, well, wait a second.
Yeah.
So you agree with the things you believe and disagree with the things you don't believe. Doesn't that make you not an expert?
Yeah.
Kinda.
Well,
Alex is just pulling on a flaccid pole. Come on.
yeah, basically. He's been jelking for years, man. He is the jelk king of the world. But as you know, Carl, the liberal media is out to get him because they like to call everyone a racist terrorist. My number 24.
Well, that actually is true, but okay.
You've got this group with GameStop off Reddit saying, hey, look, they did shorts on this. Let's make our own money on this. And because private citizens did it, the news is calling that racist. I mean, if you try to give somebody water in the desert, they'd call it racist. This is that they just inject that into everything. But now it's terrorist. Oh, no, they're terrorist.
I've read a bunch on this GameStop thing. I haven't seen it called racist yet. I mean,
it wasn't in a headline that was on some website you've never heard of, so that Alex Jones could say that.
He's tuned into different websites than I go to, I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
But I've read a lot of, and I haven't seen that.
It is pretty easy to make an argument against something if you make up the something in the first place.
Yeah, and that, and I didn't have time to look into it because he does a whole thing about the Democrats hate. It was something about the GameStop. The Democrats are against people buying the GameStop stock.
Okay.
But then when you see the news articles, they quote several R's and D's who are all for it. And are actually like saying the same thing. Like, this is, I follow left, I follow right, I follow libertarian. This is the one thing that has united everyone. Is like, yeah,
fuck the hedge funds.
Yeah, fuck the hedge funds.
Right.
GameStop forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got two more here, if you don't mind.
Sure.
So this one I found online, and it's amazing. It's him talking to Gavin McInnes. And the less said about him, the better. But he says maybe the funniest thing I've ever heard. This is number 25.
I like Gavin McInnes, by the way. I think he's funny.
Let me tell you, I'm ready to kill people. I'm sick of this. Not literally. The point is, I'm getting sick of this crap.
That's one attitude. Another
Let's
attitude
just
is...
give all our kids to the child molesters. God damn it. Excuse me. I'm not taking the Lord's name in vain. I want these people damned to hell. I'm literally praying God damn them to hell. That's not the Lord's name in vain. I mean that. I don't take God in vain. We ought to have a prayer called the God damn it prayer. God damn them to hell, please. You think Charlton Heston in Planet of the Apes, when he realizes this is Earth and all his family died 10,000 years before and he's come back through a wormhole and everybody he knows is dead and he's saying, God damn them to hell, you bastards, you blew it all up. God damn you. He's not taking Lord's name in vain. He's saying, God damn them. God damn them. God damn them. God fucking damn them to hell.
You seem upset.
I'm freaking pissed, man.
That's well done.
I've never laughed harder in my life.
Somebody
All right.
get him
And
some
again,
Xanax.
he falls asleep in front of TMC, and then he wakes up and he's like the Planet of the Apes and Charlton Heston and it's, you know what I mean?
Since you played him acting, I have a little acting on here. Now, this is, I forget what the guy's name is, but this is another guy who is on the show because Alex is in Utah on his family vacation.
Oh, yeah.
But can't not take 4 hours out of his day to rant like a lunatic. So they're talking about how Fauci wants everyone to wear all these masks. So he has this guy who's back in the studio start to put on multiple masks and then test how much oxygen is getting in and how much carbon dioxide. Like, he's got some weird thing he's shoving up in his mask to count it. So at this point, Alex is telling him to keep putting on more and more masks, and the guy is suffocating. This sounds like some hack morning zoo stunt boy bullshit.
I was gonna say, sounds like stunt boy.
This is stunt boy shit right here. Listen to this.
More. More. You're dirty.
I'm gonna die.
More.
You're gonna kill me.
No, keep going. This doesn't hurt you to breathe more carbon dioxide. Doesn't hurt you to take poison vaccines. Doesn't hurt you to take fluoride. Not GMO's good for you. 5G's good for you. More. Listen, you're fired if you don't put 10 more on, you dirty filth. Submit now or you're a terrorist.
I can't even breathe.
Yes, more. Get a noose, hang him, kill him. Oh,
I think I'm gonna die
dirty
like
maggot.
this.
Now you're covered up like an Islamic woman in Saudi Arabia. Good. We'll be right back with hour number 2 with the Boogaloos.
California Dreaming's playing.
He's murdering people to the mamas and the papas.
Yeah, I like this guy.
And now,
I mean, if you're listening to that, you might want to be murdered.
yeah, imagine you got that going in your car and you roll down the window at Wendy's and they're like, oh, Wendy's gonna take your order. Like, you fucking maggot, you're filthy.
By the way, the Boogaloo guy, I got to give him credit. He was very well composed, very well spoken when he was talking to Alex Jones. Alex Jones has this saying, the answer to 1984 is 1776.
Yeah.
And this guy comes on, and he goes, do you understand what that means? And he starts describing all of the different atrocities of the revolution, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I mean, one man's freedom fighters, another man's terrorists, right? So he starts talking about what 1776 actually was, and he goes, Alex, I think that you just come up with these sayings because you want to sell T-shirts. I don't think you actually believe in any of this shit.
Yeah.
And it was one of the funniest things is Alex Jones lost his mind over that. It was like, wow, I've never seen on Alex Jones' show him getting called out as well as this guy called him out.
Yeah.
It was pretty impressive.
He interviewed the Q Shaman a couple weeks ago, and that was fascinating. I wasn't able to pull clips from it, but
What the fuck, Rose? You've done like no work.
I know. Kind of the same deal, though. This guy was cool as a goddamn cucumber, and Alex is yelling, Q is bullshit, there's a CIA psyop, don't you know? And the guy's like, well, Alex, I think Q has really red-pilled a lot of people into our way of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Guy is just fucking cool as can be. But, so I'll tell you, I recognized a bunch of Alex's rhetoric, you know what I mean? There was just shit that sounded familiar to me.
Okay.
And as you know, producer Chris records band practice every week.
He
and
does.
so I went, and this is from last week's practice. This is Carl talking at practice. Tell me if this sounds familiar to you.
I don't know. I'm not giving permission for this to be out there, but.
Do you think you're safe in a world where they got kids with pedophiles on TV? Do you think you're safe, you dumb son of a bitch? You think they're safe when they're... Now we know the COVID vaccine kills old people at a very high percentage rate? You think we're safe when they're killing all the old people? And do you think God likes us when we do that? It's all gonna burn. And I'm just saying right now, I will not be part of this. I will not submit to it.
You're a little early on that one. Wait for the one.
Yeah.
I know. The problem is I'm screaming while playing guitar. It makes it hard to count.
Yeah, it's impressive, though.
It's sounding.
Yeah,
sounding
I mean,
like Sam Kinison. You sound like that. You raised the pitch a little bit. Alex Jones is Sam Kinison.
Yeah, but Carl hits all the notes as he's ranting. It's something to watch. It really is.
Darren, what's
great
your
lyrics.
What's your experience with the Alex Jones show?
Very little. I mean, I've heard clips, but not something that I would follow normally. But I mean, he's necessary. I mean, this is the world we're living in now. Media on two different sides. I don't know if Alex Jones is that much more insane than Rachel Maddow. I think they're just on different sides and living in totally different bubbles and have hatred of the other side so much that it will rot your brain one way or the other.
You know what? It sounds to me like
You fucking know all about this shit.
Very good, Darren.
That's just bringing that down into a little, crystallizing that one thought there on what's going on.
Who are these podcasts? WATP.